Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request. Derek Huckaby, otherwise known as Huckaby01, sent me a gift for me to react to the song by Robert Earl Keen. So Derek, shout out to you. Thank you for this gift and the request. And the name of the song is Shades of Grey. And here's what Derek said. He gave me a little bit of background on it. And he said this is based off of the Oklahoma City bombings. And I think this is just a couple days after like the 20th anniversary of the bombings. And it said this song is about how they had to search for the culprits, like who did it, but pulled over the wrong people in the chaos of the aftermath, something to that effect. And I remember that did take place because I remember most folks thought that this was like a Middle Eastern terrorist type situation, and it turned out to be homegrown Timothy McVeigh. Yeah, I remember that. I think it's the 20th anniversary. But let's see what we've got here. That's more than what I normally like to know about a song, but it actually might prove helpful. So, and I grabbed a live version of it, so hopefully this doesn't get blocked. Here we go. Interesting tempo.
A little after 3, Randy, his brother Bob, my old GMC. We had some moonshine whiskey and some of Bob's homegrown. We were so messed up we didn't know if we were drunk or stoned. Randy was a sad sack, tall, kind of frail. Bob was a raving maniac and crazier than hell. They'd been kicked out of high school several years ago for pushing over 40 cans at the 4-H rodeo. Since then they've done their little dance right outside the law. Popped twice in Austin, Texas, once in Arkansas. And I don't know what possessed me to want to tag along, 'cause I was raised a Christian and I knew right from wrong. Right or wrong, black or white, cross the line you're gonna pay. In the dawn for the light, live or die by shades of gray. We stole Charlie Evers from Randy's sweetheart's paw, sold at the livestock sale outside of Wichita. We got $900 and never did suspect the world of hurt we'd be in once we cashed a check. The next day we heard the story on the local radio. We made our plans that very night to go to Mexico. And I swear we would have made it if it wasn't for the shine. I got sick about the time we crossed that Kansas line. Right or wrong, black or white, cross the line you're gonna pay. In the dawn for the light, live or die by shades of gray.
I love this picking.
I was lying in the bar ditch, praying I would die, when a light come on above us and a voice called from the sky. A half a dozen unmarked cars came screeching to a halt. They grabbed Bob and started screaming, it was all my fault. There were many dogs and helicopters buzzing all around. They had the brothers on the pickup hood and me down on the ground. And Bob flew all to pieces, but Randy held tight. Then a black man in a suit and tie stepped into the light. He told his men to turn us loose, and they put down their guns. He said, these are just some sorry kids, they ain't the ones. Right along, black or white, cross the line you're gonna pay. If you don't for the light, live or die by shades of gray. They left us by the roadside, downhearted and alone. Randy got behind the wheel, said, boys, I'm going home. We turned around to face our fate, hungover but alive. That morning in late April, Oklahoma 95.
There you go. I'm glad that you provided that information, because I don't know if I would have made that connection.
Cross the line you're gonna pay. In the dawn for the light, live or die by shades of gray. Live or die by shades of gray.
Rhymes from
Live or
McVeigh.
die by shades of
Nice. Man, that sure had the tempo of a Getaway, except these guys were like passed out in their car as much as I can make out the lyrics. Yeah, I mean, that's just different type of songwriting right there. You know, there was nothing on the nose about that whatsoever. And it just, yeah, shades of gray. And he said, like, you grew up Christian knowing black and white, but it's really about shades of gray, which I agree with. I mean, there's some things that we just all, basically most of us anyway, agree are like right and wrong. Don't steal. I mean, you can see these things in the 10 Commandments. They're actually 693 commandments, I think, but the most popular ones, don't steal, don't kill, this kind of thing. Shades of gray, but I wonder if that shades of gray. It's fascinating, too, because he talked about the cop. Well, it's probably an FBI man that came up, and he mentioned that he was black, and he's the one who told the cops, put your guns down, let these guys go. They're not the ones, because the FBI was looking for the Oklahoma City bomber, and until they found Timothy McVeigh, who was white, and then everything else turned out to be in the middle, which would be gray. I don't know if that's what the reference was, but he never mentioned Timothy McVeigh, but Shades of Gray has the same rhyming scheme of it. So maybe that was just his way, but maybe not. Maybe that's just coincidence, but I don't know. So writers like this tend to see a bunch. They tend to think a lot too. So some of the things are just data point wise going to coincide, but have no connection whatsoever. But so these guys just got hammered, stoned. They were going to go somewhere. They just wound up wrong place, wrong time, but no harm, no foul. They were let go by the cops, I guess. I don't know you folks who were down there in Oklahoma City at the time of it, but that must have been a hell of a time. I know up here in Jersey when that happened, it was absolutely a shock seeing the carnage. That there was a daycare school in there, and that you could do that with fertilizer. As I recall, I mean, he rented a truck, parked it out front, and just had a bunch of fertilizer in there that detonates with appropriate circumstances and preparations. Yeah, it had to have been more than 20 years, though. This, I mean, it seems like it was like 30 years ago, just because of where I was at the time, where I saw the footage on TV. Anyway, Derek, yeah, I mean, what a song. I mean, that totally had the feel of a Getaway type song, but they were the ones getting away. They were the ones pulled over, but someone else was also getting away. But I wonder how many other people were pulled over, because that's just what you do. You cast like a dragnet there. You just shut a city down sometimes when you've got to check on when something's that severe. I mean, it was a federal building that got bombed out. But I'm not going to rate that one just because of what it's tied into. But musicianship on that was just crazy good. I don't know if they rehearsed more for certain shows than others, but this one, these guys were tight. I mean, they're always tight, but this was just on point. So, yeah, Derek, thank you for that. Now it's got me thinking, because there's so many things going on in that song, because you provided that information was I searching for it. And in the vast majority of cases, I don't want to know any information about a song. But in this case, it was actually helpful because I was able to put that piece. I mean, I wouldn't have put it together in the end. I wouldn't have known it was about that, because he did not make direct mention of the Oakland. He didn't use the word bombing, didn't use the word McVeigh, didn't use the word fertilizer, nothing that might have clued me into it. So, yeah, that's it. Well, thank you for that gift. Another REK song. And folks just absolutely love REK. And I don't think he gets any play on the radio, but he's big boy down in Texas and elsewhere. He's got a big following. He's not going to go broke anytime soon. So I'm happy for his success, and it's obvious why he has that. So there you go, folks. Have a great day. See you on another video. You can thank Huckaby01, Derek Huckaby for that one. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.